Now, if you're interested in koi, it's really worth checking out this website. So it's Russell Water Gardens and Koi. Now, what's really cool is it's got a glossary of koi-related terms here. So it's just a really good way of navigating what all these koi names actually mean. Because at the end of the day, the koi are bred in Japan from the European carp. And the European carp was a very plain looking fish which made its way to Japan sort of 800 or 1,000 years ago. And then the Japanese started understanding the basic concepts of line breeding, and they started to create all these different colors. So most of these references are all Japanese references, and this website will also help you with pronunciation so you don't sound like a dick when you're talking about it. Now, the long and short of it is that health and quality is often intermixed in its understanding. So you can have a beautifully healthy pond fish with beautiful color, but as far as quality or price is concerned, it could be basically valueless, because judges in different countries are looking for different attributes. Now, you've got to breed literally tens of thousands of these fish and cull them in order to get a really expensive one, which people agree is high quality. Now, a high quality fish in essence should just be a healthy fish, but because people are trying to create certain colors, then they are potentially literally throwing away tens of thousands of fish in order to get those colors. In Japan, they literally just throw them down the drain. So there are all these different color varieties available, and they've all got different Japanese names to go with them. And the judges have different expectations within those different color varieties. So one of the things they're looking for is balance of color. So for example, they like left to right, front to back to be balanced in its nature for most of these varieties. Obviously, health and fin quality and eye clarity and scale clarity and all that sort of stuff's very important. But the random way in which the color falls on the fish is often what people are referring to when they're talking about quality. Because once again, you can have that fish there, which might be worth $10,000. You have one next to it that's basically the same, but maybe has a blemish in the wrong spot. Could be worth $35. So people are looking for different color traits because somebody said that that's the best. And I got to admit, the quality ones, after going to Japan and seeing them, they are breathtaking. But something else to be aware of with your koi is the color is not permanent. So the color is actually underneath the skin of the fish, and then as the fish grows, the color will come to the surface. If the color of the fish is unfinished, they call it a tatigoi. And one way of telling if it's a tatigoi is there's sort of like non-defined color at the leading and trailing edge of the color. So if here it's a bit blurry before it gets to the red, that means that this color is not at the surface yet. So therefore, this fish, as it grows, that color will come to the surface and it will get stronger. But if the fish grows and that's already strong, and then as the fish grows, that gets strong and this fades out, then that's not such a good quality fish. If all of it gets to the surface at the right time, and that is at a good size for your pond, then it's a very high quality fish. in general, it is a race to get the biggest fish. So the fish that get a finished colour at the largest size are considered the best fish. But that might not mean they're the best fish for you, because your pond might not be massive. And therefore, if you have fish that stay tatigoi, even at full size in your pond, then you're not maximising the colour out of the fish that you've selected for your pond. So, food is super important. Water quality is super important. Also, understanding the shape of the fish is very important, making sure the fish has good shape. In general, the females are bigger and fatter than the males. But if you look at the fish, there's your head, and then it's just a nice little belly and a nice solid body, then that's a really healthy fish. If the head goes in, the body goes in after the head, it is an underfed fish. If the belly bulges out, then it's an overfed fish. So you will govern how much you feed your fish summer to winter, because their metabolism is faster and they eat more in summer, and they tend to not need much food in winter. So once again, looking through these fish, when the colour is very balanced and the colour is going to finish at the same time at a rate that is going to suit your pond, then it's really a good choice fish for you. So the price difference between a super high quality fish and a pond fish is unbelievably different, even though potentially both of them are extremely healthy, extremely beautiful additions to your pond. Anyway, if you've got any other tips for koi quality, then make sure you put a little note on the bottom of this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you do get a chance to go to Japan and go to the where they breed the fish up in Niigata or Gata, that sort of area, it is really, really awesome. The people are so welcoming and so beautiful. I'm lucky enough to have spent time in Japan. I've spent time studying these fish in both Japan, Europe, America, and I absolutely love them. So there is a fair bit of information on koi on our YouTube channel, so feel free to jump on Majestic Aquariums TV, which you're on right now, so subscribe if you haven't before, and check out some of the videos that we've posted in the past on koi. But they really are a beautiful and amazing fish. They need a lot of room, so make sure you've got a nice big pond for them, and feed them real good quality food, and make sure your water quality is nice and good, and they're a really, really beautiful pet. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and chuck a little note on the bottom of this video.